All right, welcome back. And the last lesson we have designed the video call history, and this was the final result we got. Our user can play recording and can listen to their recording. All right, today we'll be proceeding to the user profile and profile setting. So we're going to duplicate this history, that is a label F, and bring it down and rename this as G. And also history to user profile and setting. That is going to be the user profile and profile setting. So I'm going to take down this maybe to 18, try to fit in the frame, make it bold. Okay, so here let's make a duplicate of the previous frame. Alt key drag and keep it there. Then we're going to change some things. So just select everything there and delete. Just going to make use of the frame only. So let's take our frame of dimension 100 by 100. And give it corner radius of 50. Then we'll go to our photo icon and search for upload. So any one of these is okay. Let's go to Figma. What I'm looking for, I didn't see it. Let's go to Figma community and search for upload. So you should be able to make use of one of these. It's still loading. Let it load. All right, I think I'm okay with this. So we add it into our design and take it inside this frame. Okay. Then we can detach the color that come with it and replace it with our global color. Then we switch back to our scale tool and increase it a bit and align into the center of the circle. Also scale down the circle. Alternatively, you can use your dimension to 65 by 65. All right, then we take it and position it inside the frame and also change the background fill from height to this. Okay, so now we take our frame again and draw a frame here. The frame should be the same width with our grid. Okay, and give it height of 100, and the width should be 360, and also give it background fill of that. We have one of our global color, which is this. So now you can select this circle and centralize it. So this frame, let's give it corner radius of 20 to both sides, and even add a background shadow effect. Alright, so this is better. Let's quickly see the preview on how it's going to look like. Okay, that's fine. So now let's take our text. I'll write profile. So this text is going to be from our library. Go to our typography. It's going to be our H5. So bring this down a bit, and this profile text will go up. Alright. So now let's take a frame of dimension 50 by 50. And give it corner radius of 15 and a background fill of our active global color. So now go to photo icon from our plugins. Let's search for profile. Then we can make use of this icon and keep it inside our frame. Then we change the fill to this color. Let's take our scale tool, or alternatively just reduce the dimension to 40 by 40, and also double tap the icon and scale it down to 25 to 25 and position it inside the middle of the frame. So now select the frame and bring it here. Let me zoom in. I think that's too much. Now let's switch to our scale tool and scale it and leave it to that size. Now select the profile, text, and depth. Align them properly and their spacing to 10. Then you can group them together. Also make sure this is from our global text, and let's make this to semi-bold. So now we're going to add a text under the upload icon. So let's say upload profile photo, and think this is too much. Switch to our scale tool and take it down Then we'll align it to the center, and under that we keep our text there. Select the two together and distribute their vertical space to 10 as well. Ctrl G or Command G to group them together and align it to the center of the frame. So we'll have that. Take a preview again to make sure everything is perfect. And one more thing again. This frame is too short, so we're going to temper with it. Select the frame and increase the height to 120. Let's see what we have. Make it 130. So it's better now. Then here we're going to ungroup them and reposition the spacing again. Take this one down, select them and make sure it's the 10. Now this text, we're going to reduce the opacity to 70. Okay, so if we take the preview again, you should have something like this, which is better now. Alright, so next is going to be form. So we're going to include forms here. So let's go and pick the forms. We have forms. Some of the screens we already have forms there, right? So we'll scroll down up and pick one of these forms we have here. So you can just copy any of the form, then go and paste it there. Alternatively, Alt key, you select it, hold it, then you drag until you reach your frame. The reason why we will go there to copy it is because we want to keep everything the same size. So if you can use the same size, no need to go there and copy it. You can also, just create another frame of the same dimension and all that. Then you include your fields and all that. Okay, so this form field label here, we're going to change it to a global color. So this is going to be full name instead. So this placeholder is going to be full name, and the opacity will take it down to 80%. So let's add one more. So this is going to be email. This opacity is still sharp. We will take it down to, let's say 50. We're going to add placeholders later. We'll come in there. So this is going to, label. So the placeholder, let's take it down to 50. Then we'll now add label. So inside the email, we're going to add an envelope. So let's go to phosphor icons and search for envelope. And add one of these. So let's search for email instead. Let's take the same thing. The icon I want, I'm not seeing it here. Let's use the second icon, feather icon, and search for email. So let's make use of this one. So you drag it and keep it inside the frame, and I hope it's there. If it's not inside, just select the frame, the form, and go and detach the instance from here. So this way you'll be able to put something inside it. I've supposed to go in there. I think it's inside now. So now we're going to expand the padding so that it will come towards the edge of it. Now double tap the icon and also change the color to this and the opacity to 50 as well. So we'll have something like that. So let's duplicate the first one again and bring it down. So this time we're going to change it to gender. That's going to be the placeholder. Then in the gender we're going to include a drop down icon to show that there's a selection drop down there. So let's go to first icon and search for arrow. Then we make use of none of this. Let's make use of this. Then make sure the arrow is pointed towards down. Same thing, this one you're going to detach the instance from here so that you'll be able to have this icon inside the form field. So now you double tap here and also expand the padding and bring it towards the edge. Select the icon, update the color to this and reduce the opacity to 50%. So we are done with this. So let's also duplicate one and change this to address. Okay. Then we bring it down. Watch key to make one more copy. Then this up one will update it back to date of birth. Okay, now in the date of birth here, we're also going to include our calendar listing here. So make sure you also detach the instance. Let's search for calendar. Then we also include this. Now say add or subtract. Let's include this one that has grid and make sure it's inside the frame. So expand the padding as well. Just hold it and drag it gently and keep it there. And make sure the X position for all of them, they're in the same X position. So you can double tap to see which X position they belong to by checking so this is 32, so this one should be 32 as well. We're going to update that to 32 and also double tap here and update the color to that and the opacity to 50 as well. Okay, so and the last one here, we're gonna have a submit or confirm button. So we can go from our assets and add button on the component we have. So just add one of these instance button and bring it here. So from here I think we have a variant that says inactive, right? Where is that variant? We have a variant that is not active. We didn't name that parent. That was not active. Okay, go back. Okay, it's fine. So here, just say confirm, and we're going to change this to inactive since the user have not filled in any information yet. So this is our inactive color. Alright, so we are done with it. So the next thing we're going to do now is to add labels to the forms, right? So you can double tap here, just drag it, double tap here. It's fine. If that's not working, just take your text and write your labels. So this is going to be full name, okay, and position it on top of the form like this. Let me zoom in so that I can see clearly. It's going to be full name. Keep it there. Select the form and the full name, align them to the left, and make sure the spacing between them is 10. Okay, so you can now group them together. Take another text, come here, email, select the form and the email, shift key to do that, and also make here to 10, align them to the left, and also group them. Text again here, gender, and say select gender. Okay, so select the two, the spacing to 10, align them to the left, and also group them together. Then here, date of birth, select the two, the vertical spacing to 10, align them to the left, and group them together. And the last one is going to be the address. Select the two together, update the vertical spacing to 10, and also align them to the left, then group them together. So once you're finally done, we're now going to distribute the vertical spacing. So this to the left, you group them and centralize it. So now we're going to have more white spacing, right? We need white spacing. So in this case, let's update this to profile, user profile, sorry. The frame should be user profile. Then we're also going to update the height of this user profile. Let's make it 950, so that I'll have space for white spacing and all that. Okay, so now hold down your shift key and select them all together and centralize them, then distribute their vertical spacing to 30. Okay, and group them together and keep them into the middle of the frame. Now our button, we'll bring it down, select the last frame, centralize them, then the spacing between them, the button and that, let's make it 35. They group them together then position them into the middle of the frame as well. So now if we take the preview, you should have this for the final result. Okay. All right, that's perfect. So next is going to be the second frame. So we're just going to duplicate this frame, select it Alt key, then you drag to the right and keep it there. Then here we just fill in details and make the button active. That is just what you're going to do. And also, make sure there is another user profile icon here. All right, let's do that quickly. So before that, let's detach, ungroup these frames. Then here we're going to delete this upload icon. Select this frame, right click, go to your plugins. Then you can go to let's go to our save plugins, and maybe we'll run this image palette where we have different type of faces. Then we can just include it with one of the photos there. So wait for it to load. That is taking forever. Let's run another one. Go to my plugins, and this one we always use, typefaces, UI faces. So just select one of the image from the UI faces as a profile icon. Okay. So let's choose this guy there. I see this one. That's better. Then here we're going to delete this upload and replace it with replace photo. All right, I think that's better. One more. Let's take this to 50 by 50. Okay. Then select the two, and let's can now close it. Select the two together and distribute the vertical spacing. Let's see what we have in 10, and you come back here in the corner radius to 25 so that you get a perfect circle. All right, if we're done with that part, then here let's just put a random name. So let's say this is gonna be Joseph. Here's a more views, and I have his email, Helvix. Joseph helvix.com. Have his gender selected as male. We have date of birth added as 12 10 12 10 1990. Okay. And if you notice something, this once user fill in the information, this padding is being altered, so you can make sure that you change that and make it even. So touch there, 32 as well, so that everything remains. Here it's still unbalanced yet. Need to go further. Alright, so that's okay. Then address, you just put a random address. Good for a okay. Then the button will now be active this time, so we change it and revert back the color to our active color for them to confirm. Alright, so I think we are done, but you can see here's like the frame here, the buttons are not properly aligned, so I'm going to ungroup that. Let's select them one after the other instead. Then we'll group them. So they are now centralized. So this button now can also centralize it by keeping it inside the middle of the frame. Okay. Then see that's what is the height width of this. We have this to be 350. What about this? 350 as well. One thing like it's not positioned. Okay, right. Okay, so now if you take the preview of the last frame, you should have this, which is perfect now. Alright, congratulations, we're done with the user profile frames. In the next lesson, we'll continue with the profile setting frames. See you there.